Welcome to Teen Do It at Home. I'm Ashley, the Youth Services Manager at the Tiffin-Seneca Public Library, and I'm here to show you how to make your own lantern at home using simple craft materials. To begin with, you want to take 4 of the craft sticks that are in your bag and glue them into a square. You'll need some school glue for this. You don't really want to use a glue stick, it's not going to work as well. Set your sticks apart and you just need a little dab of glue. Don't put too much or it's going to take forever to dry. Just a dab of glue on each side and then line it up. Do the same for the bottom, just a little bit. As you can see here, I put it on a piece of paper. You're going to want to let this dry really good before you proceed to the next step. So if you put it on a piece of paper, you can pick it up and put it somewhere else. And you want to do this for all of your popsicle sticks until you have 4 squares. While your popsicle sticks are drying, now's the time to decorate the sides of your lantern. In your bag, you'll have 8 pieces of tracing paper. You're actually only going to need 4 for the lantern, but there's some in there in case you mess up or you want to experiment. With the tracing paper, it's really great because you can use it to trace. I've included a couple of fun-looking mandalas in the bag if you'd like to trace those. So you can see it shows up really nicely. You can trace anything that you have that you would like to put on your lantern. You can just do flat colors, or you can write, or you can just leave it completely blank. Whatever you want to do. So I'll show you really quick how easy this is to trace. I'm using a colored pencil right now, but I experimented with some different materials and really anything works. Washable markers, permanent markers, colored pencils, even crayons give you a really interesting texture on the drawing. And I will show you some examples of that later at the end of the video. So I didn't do all the details, but here, as you can see, you have your mandala. You can color it in, leave it like this. Really, whatever you want to do, the sky's the limit. When you're finished with all of your designs, it's time to attach them to your craft stick base. Make sure it's very dry so that you can pick it up and hold it. Otherwise, this will be very difficult. So, take your craft stick base and you're going to want to find the craft sticks that are face up toward you. For me, it's these sides. This is going to be the inside part of the lantern where we're going to attach our piece of tracing paper. So decide which way you want your tracing paper to face. You can either do it face up where you put the drawing, or you can do the back. Both create an interesting effect. When you've decided, you want to put a very small, again, you don't need to use a lot of glue for this, a very small amount of glue on both sides of your stick, of your square. And then you want to glue your paper down. I would recommend holding this for a minute. It has, because the paper is so thin, it has the tendency to kind of wave and ripple. So if you hold it while it gets the initial drawing done, that will help your tracing paper be a lot more firm on your square. So then we're going to let that dry before we move on to the next step. When you've let all of your sides completely dry, now it's time to attach them together. In your bag, you have 4 pieces of cardstock. These are going to be your corner attachers. You need to fold it in half, hot dog style, and this is going to attach your corners together. Now, you're going to add some glue to one side of your paper, and you're going to put it on the inside. Make sure you're putting it on the inside where you glued down your tracing paper, so that way it hides all of the glue from the outside. And you're going to wait for that to dry until you add the other side. Once your connector piece of paper is completely dry, then we're going to add some glue to the other side. Again, you don't need that much, just a little bit. Help if the glue is open. Sometimes you forget to open your glue, and that's okay. Okay, just a little bit of glue. And then I think the easiest way to do this is just to stand them up. Connect them that way so you know exactly where it's going to go. Then you can close it and let it dry. Once you have two sets like this that are completely dry, then you can start connecting them. Probably going to hold it down for a second. Then you can start connecting them through the other sides until you have a square like this one. So you can see on the inside, each corner has a paper connector. And here, I've used all kinds of different materials. Here's one of the mandalas traced and colored in with a washable marker. Here's a rainbow colored in with crayon. As you can see, it leaves a pretty cool texture on there. This is a nice little phrase drawn with permanent marker. And here is a Pikachu that I traced with colored pencil. So as you can see, there's a lot of different stuff you can do. Maybe be a little less hectic with your designing than I did on this one. But when you're all finished, place it down. Inside your kit, you're going to have a battery operated Tealight. Turn it on the bottom. Place it inside. And there you go. You have your own fun Tealight candle lantern that you've made for yourself. And these are easy materials to find, so fill up your room with Tealight lanterns. It'd be super cute. All right, thank you for watching.